Okay, we're listening because I am taping now at this point, so don't make me yell at you. It's always awkward if you listen to taping from last year because I always taped where Chase Vanderbeek. He was in the room, but I taped him. So on half the videos, if you listen to him, it's like you hear me say, Jace, pay attention. So I don't want to do that to you. So here's what. This is a combination of two things that we have already done, right? So earlier in the chapter, when we took that quiz that you're going to get back, the first two problems looked like this. That kind of looked like what it was. Last night's looked like this. So now we're going to marry them together. As a matter of fact, when we started with these problems, some of you said, Ms. T, didn't we already learn this? And I said, well, we're going to need it later. Here we are. We're at later town. So tonight, I am not going to be giving you an actual number. I won't be giving you 195. I won't be giving you 15. I'm just going to be giving you an X and a Y. You may never actually know the actual angle degree because what we're going to do tonight is build some triangles, okay? So if you notice on my weird notes, yes, I made them too big. That's because I'm stupid. But I put it in the middle for a reason. And here's what I want to tell you. There are two triangles in this problem. There is triangle X that is here in the first quadrant. And there is triangle Y that is living in the second quadrant. So what I'd like you to do to start off is on either side of this problem, I'd like you to start right here. I'd like you to draw triangle X, and I'd like you to label it with a nice big X. And we're going to put on over here triangle Y. And as a matter of fact, I think I am going to move this guy down a little bit. There you go. There we go. Okay. Is everybody okay so far? I haven't freaked you out. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do real quick, just so you know what's going on here, I'm going to make this guy the yellow one and this guy the green one. Here we go. Okay. So now we need to build some triangles. So, John, that's the last time I asked. After this, we're going to put them up. And we'll do the whole class, and then we're going to be like, John, I'm mad at you. Put your phone up. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start with the X triangle. It is in the first quadrant, right? So what I'd like you to do, I'd like you to make a little triangle in the first quadrant. There he is. Everybody with me? Andy, do this. So I got a little X right here, and it's giving me some information. It's giving me 2 out of the 3 sides. One of the sides is the opposite, that is 4. One of the sides is the hypotenuse, which is 5. And we're going to say a little a squared, b squared, c squared action with your neighbors. Can you please find me that third side? Some of you could do it really fast because it's a Pythagorean symbol. It is 3, 4, 5. So there we go. Boom. Did I lose anyone? That is actually going to be the math of the whole day. That's the math part. So let's now move over to the Y triangle. Here it is. It's in quadrant 2. Here we go. Can you put your numbers for the second one? Okay, I need him to do this. We did. Did you really call me dude? Dude. Careful on this one. Our -12 is down there. Our 13 is there. Does anyone know off the top of their head what the up and down part is? It's 5. I'm going to tell you that. A squared plus b squared equals c squared on this one is 5. I'm just going to give that to you. Okay. Our math is over. We are done doing math. Everything else on this point is plug and crank. So the first thing I want you to do, get your magic note sheet out. We're going to do this dude right here. We're doing cosine x plus y. That is a sum of angles. Look on your sheet. Find the sum formula and write it down with x's and y's, right? So for nerds like me who already have it memorized because I have no friends, it's cosine x cosine y minus, weirdly, sine x sine y. Okay. Now I'm going to highlight some stuff for you. Notice this. This is our green stuff. I'm going to pick this off the green triangle over here. I'm going to pick this stuff off the yellow triangle. We don't even have to look it up on our unit circle. We just steal it from our triangle. Does that make sense? Watch how easy it is. So here we go. I'm going to start right here. Cosine x. Go to triangle x. Tell me what the cosine is. 3/5. Yeah?
Oh, yeah, that's my just.
Yeah, good try. I appreciate that. 3/5. Now I got to go cosine y. So I'm going to the y triangle. Awesome. -12/13. Oops. And I don't know why it's being glitchy here. You see that? Okay. Minus. Don't forget your minus there. Now let's do the signs. With me? So now I go to my x triangle. I'm going to go 4/5. Is it scary? No. Because we built the triangle first, right? 4/5. And now I'm going to do the y triangle, which is 5/13. Here's what I'm going to tell you. They will all have good denominators that will match. So easy. So here we go. Let's clean this up. It's just going to be multiplying across -36 over, that's 65. If you've got a calculator, you go to 13 times 5. And then we're going to go minus 20 over 65. Nice, easy work. They've got the same denominator. If you want to do that double change, you know me. -36 and -20 is going to be -56 over 65. Does that make sense?
Why are we not multiplying like
Because nothing's going to be, oh, you could do that. You could cancel them. But look, then I have to get a common denominator. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to do it because what? So say I cancel something and get 4/13. Well, I have to change it back to get a common denominator. So on this one,
You can do it either way. Like
yeah, but you know what? On these type of problems, keep it because the denominator is the same. You know why? Because it's always a hypotenuse. Does that make sense? So that way it stays the same. So you're right. You can cancel, but then the next step will be times by 5 times. Right? Okay. Does this seem like it kind of makes sense? So I want you to try. We're going to keep the same triangles. Now we're going to try. Let me get rid of this. Hold on a second. Let me erase. I'm going to erase. Why? It's so messy. I mean, it's not very nice today. Why are you being cosine? It's adjacent over hypotenuse. Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I want you to do. Let's get this one out. Let's get rid of this guy. Get out of here, dude. Boardy, why are you being glitchy today? I might have to turn my board off. Okay, try the sine one, all on your own. I'm going to turn the board off and turn it back on. So do this one now. So here's what your first step is. Write out the formula, right? Nice and careful. I'll actually do it with you. So on this one, it's a sine sandwich, right? So it's sine x cosine y minus cosine x sine y. Where do I get those numbers from? Do I use my unit circle on this one? No, because they're not giving me any actual degrees. I use my triangles.
Where's this?
This formula is on this. So this is the difference one. This is the subtract one, and it's sine difference. Did you find it?
Yeah.
So it's, I just replaced the A's and B's with X's and Y's. Great question. I am going to, like I said, I'm going to close this down and restart it. Hopefully it's going to be taping. I'm going to pull that back.
We have 33 over 65.
Look at negative 12. Look at negative 12.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Like negative
Miss T, can I
53 over 65.
take a post-it note?
yes, of course. Thank you, Russ. Okay, sorry.
And Coach Wise.
Okay, here we go. Let's look at which smoother
You
that
can
is.
just get negative
I wonder
12.
what was wrong. You okay? Here we go. So, oh, so much cleaner. So I've got sine, oh, look how bad it was. Sine x cosine y minus cosine x sine y. Don't do that again. Don't be glitchy. No one likes you when you do that, Ford. Okay, so I don't have my triangle, so I'm going to need you guys to help me. So sine x, was that 4 over 5? And cosine y is negative 12 over 13. And then I've got a minus, and I think cosine x, I think I can do it in my head, 3 over 5. And cosine y was 5 over 13. Does that look right? Wow, no triangle. Be impressed. So here's what I got. Negative 48 over 65 plus negative 15 over 65. Oh, no, 65. Yeah, it will be negative 63 over 65. How'd I do? Yeah? Did you get that right? Yeah?
Yes.
So these are a little tedious. So we're just going to do one more to try, and then I'm going to shut up. Are you cool with that? Okay, so here we go. Let's see, which one do I want to do? Let me look at your answers real quick to see which, I'm going to have you see different problems. Right, no, that was easy. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Here we go. Last one we're going to dive into. Let's do the very bottom one. You guys ready? Okay. Are you ready? We're doing the very last one. Step 1, build 2 triangles. What are our 2 triangles in this case? We're going to have an X triangle and we're going to have a Y triangle. So the first step, build your X triangle and build your Y triangle. X triangle is going to live in the second quadrant. Y triangle lives in the first quadrant. This is X, and I'm going to make him yellow, so I know. And this is Y, and I'm going to make him, what is making that? Oh. There we go. Okay. How are you doing? Are you building your triangles? Here we go. I'll do it with you. Watch those negatives and positives, right? I got negative 3 over 4. One of those numbers is negative and one is positive. I think the 3 is positive and the 4 is negative. Do you guys agree with me? Or am I full of shit? I'm good? Okay. I'm going to make that 5. I'm moving over here. It gives me secant, which is cosine's opposite, right? So he's right over here. So it's going to give me adjacent is on the bottom. So that's 5. That's 13. I'm just going to tell you that's 169 take away 25, which is 144. And if you square root that, it's 12. I made some nice numbers for you. Okay. So what I'd like you to do now, all by yourselves, is I'd like you to go to your formula sheet. You're going to look at the adding ones. This is the adding ones. Get your formula, write it down, and then just fill in the blanks. That's all it is. So here's my formula. Sine x cosine y plus cosine x sine Did I have this memorized yesterday? Do I have it memorized today? Yeah, because I just finished. Oh, because I went in the negative direction. So this is positive direction. This is negative direction. This is positive direction. This is negative direction. That's why the quadrant matters. Yep. Good, good, good. Yes, yes. And when you go down, it's negative. I know. Wrap it up. Here we go. I'm going to wrap it up. Sine. I'm going to say 3/5. Cosine's way the hell over there. So it's going to be 5/13 plus -4/5 and 12/13. (15/65) minus 48/65 equals 33/65 negative. Please make sure you can get that on your own. Yeah? Yeah, it's not, it's, I'm not gonna lie, it's not bad. They're a little tedious. So, well, once again, I need to do 5 of them. You need to do 5. You can do 5, you got the hang of it. So I'm gonna give out your homework. I am checking the pink one. I am checking a lot. It's senioritis. I don't know about you guys. It's hitting me hard too. We're in the grind, right? February, March, tough months. We'll have little bloody fingers because we're gonna be crawling. You get a Monday off on the 10th, right? We'll take those holidays to get them. But we are in the grind, my loves.